How you doing? Apefather live. Salutes. Jindani. Peace be with you. Peace. Peace is a good thing, isn't it? For some people, peace is a good thing. Not for the Florida girl, unfortunately. She don't want peace. Seems like she wants war. Oh man. I was watching Thor, the movie Thor, the father, Anthony Hopkins, he says, I trusted you, I thought you were ready. And you brought war. Not love, not peace, war. I don't understand why she wants war for. I don't get it. I mean, I just don't understand what she's thinking. I mean, I was so good to her. There were reasons I got upset, and she should be reasonable. She should understand. She should understand everything that happened here. I don't know. Maybe it's because she had a bad experience with another man. I'm starting to think that I really started to think that's what happened, unfortunately, to a lot of people in this world. Like women might have had very bad experiences with other men, and then they're thinking like based on a small little thing maybe that you did that was wrong that you apologized for, they're associating it, you know, they're associating it with their past. I'm a great guy, guys. Listen. I've been married 20 years to my beautiful Jennifer. I knew her for 27 years, and the love that she had for me and the love I had for her was unconditional love. It was amazing love. I have wonderful children. I'm a great father. I had an amazing mother. I'm a great son. I'm a great guy. Okay. And I don't think that the Florida girl is a bad person. I just think that she's got to get a little bit more forgiveness in her heart. She definitely needs that. Life is very short, but she doesn't want to forgive. What could you do? You can't force someone to love you. You can't force someone to forgive you, but she can't keep the 10 grand. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I know it upsets her. You just can't. You just can't. You made me understand that you were going to be this lifetime person. Well, lifetime people forgive. Lifetime people are open minded. That's it. Lifetime people are open minded people, man. How you doing, pretty princess? Lifetime people right? Don't you agree, pretty princess? Nobody's perfect in this world, right? Only God. Only God is perfect. Remember what Jesus said? He said, "Those of you who are without sin," he said, "cast the first stone." It's true, right? She made a lot of mistakes, the Florida girl. Whether she wants to accept it or whether she doesn't. I made mistakes and she made mistakes. And that's it. And what do people do when they truly love each other when they make mistakes? You know what they do? They communicate and they compromise. Okay. They don't just shut the other person off, ghost them, ignore them, especially after how good I was to her. I was super good. So, whatever. That's what she wants to do. Unfortunately, the videos have to continue. I am going to play the piano, yeah. I don't think you guys could really hear me, man. I don't think you could. What's up, Austin Powers? I will get 1 billion views like Dr. Evil. 1 billion views. I don't know if you guys could actually hear me, but we'll start off with some Billy Joel here. I think the Florida girl goes to extremes, like, call me a joker, call me a fool. Right at this moment, I'm totally cool. Clear as a crystal, sharp as a knife. I feel like I'm in the prime of my life. Sometimes it feels like I'm going too fast. I don't know how long this feeling will last. Maybe it's only tonight. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in between. And if I stand or I fall, it's all or nothing at all. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Still getting over this sore throat here. Mimi, how you doing? She understands everything. She's a widow. You will see your Philip in heaven. You will. God bless. He's waiting for you. I'll see my Jennifer and my mom as well. More money investing. I'd like to hear you play the piano and sing. That's what I would like. This will be more money investing playing the piano. Are you ready? He won't even be able to play Heart and Soul. He won't even be able to do this. Look. See, this is the stuff I got to get rid of you guys when you do this stuff, unfortunately. What are you going to do? That's better than most of my music. Heart and Soul. Man, these haters, like, they just don't stop, man. Oh, tell them thank you. It's crazy, Austin Powers. the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide, lost and lonely. Now you're giving me the will to survive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. I will die for you, climb the highest mountain. Baby, there's nothing I wouldn't do. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside. The world is changing right before your eyes. Lost and lonely, now you're giving me the will to survive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. I will die for you, climb the highest mountain. Baby, there's nothing I wouldn't do. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside. The world is changing right before your eyes. Lost and lonely, now you're giving me the will to survive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. Little Eagles in the house here. Hey, Laura, do you think this is normal? Do you see what these people write, Laura? Laura, these are your friends. Laura, do you see what all these people write? These are your friends, Laura. Look at the comment here. Are you watching Florida Girl? These are your friends too. I want to leave them up for a little bit because I want Laura, right? That's here, brutally Brooklyn babe, and I want the Florida Girl to look at this because you know what the Florida Girl keeps telling me? Oh, the haters are not disrespectful. This is what the Florida Girl says. The haters are not disrespectful to your wife and your mom. Look at what this guy's writing. WTF? Why did you kill Jennifer and Josephine? And he spelled Josephine wrong. I know she loves you haters, and it's pretty sad actually. I know she does. Chad, I know she does. And it's pretty sad, man. Look, even a guy who considers himself someone who trolls, he's even telling the guy to chill. Let him do it. You know what? I think I want the haters to go crazy tonight. You know what? I want them to do it because I actually want the Florida Girl to see this. I wanted to see this. Yeah, keep writing it. You got to go 10 more times here. Did I see your comment about this song? Unfortunately, no, because it is crazy guy WTF here. Let me see. I got to go through 100 comments. Hey, absolutely. I would play that song for you guys. Hey, what's up, Pepe? Pepe's Rico Suave. Pepe, I'm Rico, Rico Suave. Pepe, Mr. Handsome. All the girls love Pepe. Girls do love you, Pepe. God bless. But guess what, Pepe? Girls love me too. Girls love me too. Maybe not the Florida girl, but girls love me too. They do. Oh, they definitely do. Just ask the beautiful, pretty princess here. She thinks I'm a great guy, right? It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but what's up, Janine? I buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in the traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Man, you haters are wild tonight, huh? Um, I think that she was kind as well, Peppy. I think she was very kind to Florida girl. It's just the problem wasn't that she wasn't a good person. The problem is that I needed her to be a little bit more of a girlfriend, and I was willing, on my end, I was willing to. They keep saying Peppy and the Florida girl. I thought you were married though, Peppy. What's your wife going to say about this with your twins on the way? Is she going to be like a woman on the side for you? I don't understand, Peppy. You're cheating on your wife with twins coming? I think the Florida girl is a wonderful girl, Peppy. I always did. Why do you think I fell in love with her for? I fell in love with her because I think she's a wonderful girl, but you have to try to understand that what I went through with Sarah, when she love conned me for $13,000, and then unfortunately the Florida girl, when she came into my life and she was like, "Look, I want to be like an angel, like Rocky. I want to be like, Mickey from Rocky. I want to be like an angel in your corner." The thing is, she wasn't doing that. She wasn't coming to the Jersey Shore. She wasn't being romantic enough. She wasn't being, sexual enough. I'm sorry, she wasn't. And I got scared. That's it. Because she accepted, whether you want to call it gifts, whatever you want to call it, she accepted $10,000. And I just got scared. Okay. I got scared and I said things to her I didn't mean. I apologize for my part, but it would have been nice if she tried a little harder. That's all. It would have been nice if she had us over for a dinner at her house when we were in Florida. It would have been nice if she would have came to Epic Universe. It would have been nice if she came to the Jersey Shore. I'm just saying it would have been nice if she did all these things. She didn't do it, and I got scared. She doesn't want to accept that. Look, I'll answer this question, guys. Sky's the Limit Tutoring was a great company. There was nothing bad about it. I don't know what. I think they found a flyer that came out of my garage. Guys, I could explain it to you. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, my wife at that point first got stage 4 breast cancer. So all it's not a scam. See, I think the problem with you haters is that you don't understand things. I've never committed a scam in my life. All I said was that if you take a lesson, we had a school, it was an education school for pre-K to 12, that the money would go to help a family that my wife is dealing with stage 4 breast cancer. That's all it said. So, in other words, if you pay for a $50 lesson, which gives you 1 hour, your child will get 1 hour of tutoring. Okay, it goes to benefit a family. What, like, there's no scam. There's my wife did have stage 4 breast cancer at that point, and we had a legitimate educational school, a tutoring school, and that's it. So you guys are going crazy because I mentioned that if someone takes a lesson, that it goes to benefit a family that's dealing with cancer. And that's the truth. There's no scam there. There's no scam. I had two teachers. I had two professional teachers in the school that were on salary, and that's it. I've never stole any packages from anyone's porches. Never, just not true. Richie Lavoie is my name. Pretty princess. So it's like you're obsessing over things that are not like true. You know what I mean? It's just this is what unfortunately you haters do is that you make up all kinds of lies, all kinds of stories, and you're out of your minds. Forget about it. All right, so just keep repeating the same thing. Ready? I never sold anything from someone's porch, but just keep writing the same things. There's nothing. There's not no what they found wrong, Crystal. I'll tell you what it is. Okay, they found a flyer that came out of my garage that was from 2017, by the way. Okay, they found the. It was in a box. I guess it flew out. Okay, they found the flyer, and this is exactly what the flyer said. The flyer said that we have a tutoring center. Okay, we teach pre-K to 12, and if you take a lesson with one of our teachers, in any subject, whether it be mathematics, English, science, whatever the case may be, for $50, okay, for 1 hour of tutoring, it goes to benefit a family. The owner of the company, his wife has stage 4 breast cancer, and it's going to benefit a family. That's all the flyer said. So I think where they get upset is they feel like that it's some form of a scam because I'm mentioning that my wife had cancer. Like it drives Laura crazy. It drives everybody crazy. But the thing is, we were providing a service. It's not like I wasn't doing anything. I said that you'll get a 1 hour lesson. That's it. And they're going crazy over it. There's nothing. There's no scam, guys. We did not get a grant for Sky's the Limit tutoring. No grant. No grant. Okay. You guys are making shit up. You haters are nuts. What's up there, brother? You're a rickin' scared. There was no exclusivity scam. Once again, many, many years ago, these people are talking about I had an idea where I just posted something online. I did not accept any money. I was doing a market test. And I just simply asked musicians, I said, I'm doing a market test. Do you guys think it would be a good idea if we put together one location that was like an all in one place for musicians? Like, in other words, we would have a recording studio. We would have, a place where musicians could sit down, have coffee, maybe, little cake, little cannolis, forget about it. And they could network and meet each other for potential gigs. We would have a rehearsal studio. Um, we would have music equipment there that they could use. So all it was an idea, and it's like you guys are going crazy. That's it. No money was accepted. It was an idea, and I just posted it online. So that's another one. Strike two for the haters. Okay, strike one. Sky's the limit tutoring was a legitimate business. Strike two. The thing you're talking about exclusivity was just it was just a question I asked musicians. That's it. No money was accepted. Can I play the gangster song? Sure. Okay. So, Sherry, no money was accepted. That's the bottom line. No money accepted. People, what you might be talking about is that people might have expressed interest. Let me explain to you what the difference is. There's a difference between someone sending an email, listen to me, saying that I'm interested in this. But here's the question, Sherry, that you have to ask yourself. Was any money accepted? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Not that people are registered that they're interested. Was any money actually accepted? So the answer is no. That's why, Sherry, I don't get in any legal trouble. I don't get in any legal trouble, Sherry, even though you don't like me, Sherry, and even though all you haters don't like me, I don't get in any legal trouble because I don't do anything against the law. That's why, are you ready? I don't get in any legal trouble. Did you ever ask yourself that question, Sherry? Like, why do I have a picture perfect record, Sherry? Like, I'm saying, did you ever ask yourself that question? Like, I have never ever been convicted of any type of fraud or scams in any way, shape, or form. Okay, how do you explain that? Since I'm such a horrible guy, you would think that I would have like all these like criminal offenses, and yet I don't have one. I don't have one single offense. So I don't know, Sherry. It's like a little confusing, isn't it? What's the difference between a picture perfect record and a perfect record? Tell me. The picture. You're funny, Peppy. Hold on. Anyway, someone wanted to hear the gangster song here. Apefather is a gangster, so I'm going to do that right now. Obviously, it's not my daughter. It's the psychopathic haters. What's up, Sparkles? The reason I'm leaving it up today, if Janine wants to take it down, Janine will do it for me. But it's good that everybody sees how psycho these haters are. I want all of you to see it with your own eyes, right? Because the normal people, listen to me, the normal people that are on this live stream are going to see what I'm dealing with these haters, these internet trolls. They're all psychos, right? Am I wrong that I call these people Norman Bates? Anyway, hey, follows a gangster. Thank you, Janine. 2, 3, 4. My family is from Palermo, Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country. How we came to Brooklyn, New York. While I'm eating spaghetti with a spoon and fork. Drinking wine, salute, gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie and my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The eight father's a gangster. Learn how to score every day making cash. I built up a very respectable stash. I don't ask for anything, I just take what is mine, just like a porterhouse steak. Cooked a medium rare with a bottle of wine that's rare. In my life, I don't even have a care. It's not even fair how I live. The eight follows a gangster. Little piano solo. Apefather's a gangster. My family is from Palermo, Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country. How we came to Brooklyn, New York. While I'm eating spaghetti with a spoon and fork. Drinking wine, salute, gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie and my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The Apefather's a gangster. Never rat on your friends. Always keep your mouth shut. Be a good earner. Keep your nose clean, if you know what I mean. Always follow the rules. We survive by our rules. The Apefather, Richie Lavoyani, is a gangster. Forget about it. I don't. That's not the real. That's not the real Florida girl. That's a fake. That's a fake. That's not the real. That's not the real McCoy. I don't even remember the last time that she was on my live stream. It's been a long time. I think like way back. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to say this again. I was good to the Florida girl. In my heart, I know I was good to her. But, you have to try to understand that I went through a love con with Sarah. May she rest in peace. I went through a love con. And I'm sorry, but the Florida girl made me understand she was going to be different. She said to me, I am going to be different than, Sarah. And unfortunately, in my opinion, she pretty much did the same things to me, except that Sarah sent me a lot of sexy pictures. You want me to tell you something? Sarah sent me a lot of sexy pictures. The Florida girl didn't even send me one sexy picture. I just wanted her to act like a girlfriend. That's all I wanted. I didn't want anything more, anything less. And it was getting to a point where she was hardly calling me. She was calling me like one time a day. It was like at a gas station somewhere. It was like at a parking lot. And I just, after realizing I gave her $10,000, I'm like, I don't know, I just freaked out. I'm like, the girl's not coming to the Jersey Shore just for a weekend when I helped her in her life. I can't do that, regulator, because she's not being fair to me, regulator. Regulator, all I want her to do is be fair. Listen to me. All I want from the Florida girl, I never wanted none of this. I wanted her to be fair. What's fair? You want me to tell you what's fair? Okay. If she really wants nothing to do with me ever again, she should pay me back. That's it. She should pay me back the money. It could be like 200 a month, 150 a month, and I'll tell you the reason why she should pay it back. Because she got the money under false pretenses. Again, I want to be a lifetime person, she said. Your wife's spirit came to me to protect you, to protect the kids. I want to be godmother to the kids. It's all for you. I love you, Richie. Every morning she's saying this to me. I love you. It's all for you. My apple pie, my body, everything is for you. I didn't get no apple pie. I didn't get nothing. I got zero. I got what we say in Italian, ugats. Okay. So I just feel, unfortunately, right, Mimi? I love Mimi. Look, Pepe, I can't change the past. I wish I never gave my real name. I didn't realize that psychos existed out there like these people. I gave my real name a long time ago when I was promoting my music, and I had absolutely no idea that there were psychos out there that existed online like this. I didn't know. Like I honestly, I didn't know. I regret it. There's nothing I could do about it now. Look, the regulator, I'm not going to fight with you over this. Okay? I'm not going to fight. I just want her to be fair with me. That's it. I just want her to be fair with me. I don't want to fight with the girl. That's why, regulator, look, if you notice, do you notice I don't mention her real name? Like, I don't do it, regulator. I don't mention her address. Regulator, I don't mention her phone number. I don't promote her YouTube channel. I don't comment on her YouTube channel. Okay, I don't do it. I already explained what's fair. Ultimately, what would have been the fairest thing is that in a relationship, it has to be two-sided. Okay, look, that's how it was like for me and Jennifer. Look, maybe it's just not going to work out with the Florida girl. I respect it. I accept it. But in a fair relationship, there's no bosses in a relationship. There's no right and there's no wrong. Okay, there's two people who have feelings, and two people have to respect each other's feelings. Look, the Florida girl is a wonderful woman, but she's very stubborn. She's very hard headed, and she doesn't like to be wrong, and she doesn't like to admit her faults. That's just I'm sorry, but she doesn't like to admit her faults. It's unfortunate. She made a lot of mistakes here, guys. Guys, she should have never. Look, can we be honest with each other? Yeah, Sparkles, I apologize. Um, she should have never accepted money. I mean, come on. Look, the girl wasn't sure she wanted to be in a relationship. She has no time in her schedule. She's super busy, right? Dealing with a million things. No reason she should have accepted $10,000. All right. Look, look, guys, I'm not going to fight with all of you anymore. I've been trying to make peace with the Florida girl for 4 months. Okay, for 4 months, I've been trying to make peace with her. Oh, this guy Joe is here. I'm sorry. Let me get rid of Joe. I didn't realize he was here. Bye, Joe. Joe's got to go. Joe's gone. I didn't even realize that Joe was here until now. So I didn't realize that guy's a piece of garbage. That guy. No, that's the same Joe. Look, guys, I'm not here to fight with you guys. Okay, I'm not here to fight with the Florida girl. I'm not here to fight with you haters. I'm going to just look. If she doesn't want to compromise, like I'm not asking for a compromise that's not fair. I'm actually asking for a very fair compromise. Like I'll give you an example. It's not like I'm saying to her, pay me $10,000 back in one shot. I'm giving the girl like 4 or 5 years to pay it back. That's fair. Okay. And then the second thing that's fair is if she doesn't want to pay me back, well, then at least respect my feelings. How is that not fair? Like, in other words, I'll respect her feelings. She respects my feelings. And we come to what's called a compromise where both of us, you know, respect each other and get what we want. That's it. So, like, what would that be? You know, I would just ask her to stop ignoring me, which she's not going to do. But let's say in a perfect world, right? I would say, stop ignoring me. I would say, try a little harder to kind of be a girlfriend, but she doesn't want to do any of these things anymore. I'm just saying, assuming she did want to do it, then I would be very happy. But she doesn't want to do any of this stuff. It's like, look, I'm in a catch-22 with the Florida girl. Here's what the Florida girl wants. The Florida girl wants to continuously ignore me. The Florida girl wants to keep the $10,000, and she just doesn't want to speak to me again, and she wants to be friends with all you mamalukes. Okay, so I don't have a choice here but to do what I'm doing. Yeah, sure, Peppy. Guns and Rots. Moving on. What you don't understand, brother, and I get a little upset at you because you're my friend, Guns and Rots. Um, I don't think you understand the difference between moving on in my life, right, and making videos to get my money back. I don't think you understand that. If moving on means that I have to stop making videos about it, I'm not going to do that. So that's it. If moving on means that I'm going to start dating other women, I'm already doing that. So what is your definition of moving on, Guns and Rots? What is your definition? Tell me. What is the definition of moving on to you? No, but I'm asking your opinion. What does moving on mean to you? What does that mean to you? Moving on. So in other words, I'm not. Hold on a second here. I'm not allowed to get my money back from YouTube views. You understand? I'm not allowed to vent. You got a fake Peppy? Did you actually want to hear the Sophia song, or was that the fake Peppy? I don't know how she became friends with the haters, Crystal. I have no idea how that began. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I think it's insane that she's friends with the haters, but she says I'm insane. It was the fake one, but you could play it. Well, thank you, pretty princess. All right, let's do the Sophia song. The most beautiful girl in the world is named Sophia. The most beautiful girl in the world is named Sophia. I love her with all of my heart, Sophia. I knew it right from the start, Sophia. The day that you were born, the angels played their horns. You are a gift from heaven above. Your daddy's little girl, beautiful, you are my pearl. You made my life complete. Your every breath I take, you are my heartbeat. The most beautiful girl in the world is named Sophia. The most beautiful girl in the world is named Sophia. I love her with all of my heart, Sophia. I knew it right from the start, Sophia. The radio plays your song and you sing along. You are so cute, you made me smile. Barbie's princesses and more is what you adore. Every birthday wish you have will come true because I cherish the most beautiful girl in the world is named Sophia. The most beautiful girl in the world is named Sophia. I love her with all of my heart, Sophia. I knew it right from the start, Sophia. Now is the time to show my love and appreciation that you're in my life. The stars shine bright from up above, celebrates the angel you are, Sophia, the most beautiful girl in the world. I love her with all of my heart, Sophia. I knew it right from the start, Sophia, the most beautiful girl in the world. Anyway, that's for Sophia. It's It's I know my daughter loves me. I don't know if that's my real daughter, but I love you. Is that really you, Sophia? I don't think so. Well, now you know how I feel, Peppy, with everything I go through in my life. Now you're starting to understand what I'm going through here. Yeah, that's the fake Sophia Sparkles. I don't feel that I did anything, okay, to deserve the treatment that the Florida girl is doing. Okay. Look, it could have been resolved a long, long time ago. Before, honestly, before any videos were made, before there was any what she calls verbal abuse. See, in a relationship, you need to have what's called communication and compromise. Okay. I was trying to tell her for the longest time, I love you, hun. I said, but I'm starting to feel like something is rotten in Denmark here. Look, guys, she said it herself, the Florida girl. I'm not saying that she's a bad person. Okay. Listen, guys, she's a good person. Okay, maybe she's not a good girlfriend, but she's a good human being. I mean, she's like she said, she's got 20 god kids. She's obviously a good person. I listen, obviously she's a good person, right? But the thing is, being a girlfriend, it's a different life. Maybe she does it like she said it to my she said, I don't have a lot of experience being a girlfriend. And I kept telling her, well, I'll help you. You know, I would say, honey, let me help you. I wanted to teach her and help her. But it's like whenever I said something to her, she gets super defensive, and she gets like wild, and then she cuts you off and like ignores you. And she says I'm crazy. Like, no, but the regulator, I want you to understand. I know you don't like me, brother, but you have to understand something. I did not want a slave. You guys are nuts, man. How do you feel that way? Because I wanted her to call me 3 times a day. Is that a slave? I mean, it could have been 10-minute calls. You guys are all nuts, man. You guys are all nuts, and it's scary. It's real. I think it's lightning outside. Wow, look at that. It's about to like pour. Look, guys, I don't want to fight with you people. I wanted a regular girlfriend. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue with you people. I was very good to her. I was very generous to her. Sparkles, it's all right. Don't let them bother you. I understand that, but she gave me no choice, Lupo. Lupo, she gave me no choice. Well, then, Peppy, she was probably texting you more than me. I think Peppy, she might be texting you more than she was texting me. Look, I just she can't do what she's doing to me. It's I know, but she can't do what she's doing to me, Peppy. Peppy, I gave her $10,000, Peppy, at a time when I needed help. Peppy, my wife and mom passed away, and I trusted in her. This is why you can't trust people, man. You just can't. You know, when she asked me for money, I'm going to tell you something. It was the third day. I had the whole text conversation. We had our first fight because I was so upset at her that she asked me for money. I was like, she knows that what Sarah did to me. She knows Sarah took 13K, and she's like, Rich, you think you could give me some money? Lend me some money. I'll sign a promissory note. Now I sent her $250, but I did it with the understanding that she would want to be there for me too. And that's when it all started, the problems. I remember saying, Hun, can you call me later tonight? I gave her the 250. This is day 3 that we knew each other. I gave it a 250. Hun, can you call me later tonight? She never did. She always has this thing where she's like, I'm busy. So it's like I ended up calling her at like 9:30 at night. I'm like, honey, you never called me. She's like, look, I'm sorry. I'm on the phone. I'm working with investors. Like she's trying to get investors in her uncle's business. And then she pitched me. She's like, listen, a matter of fact, Rich, I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to talk to you about this investment opportunity. It's like she acted like, guys, look, I'm not saying to you she's a bad person, okay? I'm not saying to you that. I'm not saying to you that she's a bad person, but I'm just saying to you because Car King, look, I'm not going to be taking advantage of Car King. That's it. I'm a broken record all the way to 1 billion views, brother. I'm a broken record all the way to 1 billion views, whether you like it or not. Well, Lupo, I'm not going to be taken advantage of. That's it. Listen to me. Any which way you twist it, all of you people can continue to insult me every single day. Okay, you could insult me every day. There is absolutely okay, but you could say that too. All of you could say the same things. You could say it's not realistic. You could say I'm dreaming. You could say you may say I'm a dreamer. You could say I'm mean. You could say I'm a piece of garbage. I'm not going to stop. That's it. So that's the bottom line. Hey, what's up, hippie chick? If I was mean to you, I apologize. I don't know why. There had to be a reason, though. I'm not mean for no reason. I'm not mean for no reason. Look, I told you what the solution is here. Guys, we can't forget about the fact that I had the hardest year. You know, we can't just make this all about the Florida girl. It can't be all about the Florida girl. We have to understand that I lost my wife. I lost my mom. Sarah took 13,000 from me, and that's it. We're making it all about her. We're making it like, okay, well, she got hurt because of the verbal abuse, right? She got hurt because of the videos. She got hurt because of text messages. Okay. But why don't we talk about the whole story? Why don't we talk about so the text messages were a result of her ignoring me all the time. All the girl does is ignore me. I don't like it when I'm good to a person and that person ignores me. Okay. The verbal abuse was she didn't want to compromise. Like she was making me feel the whole time like she was a con artist. Now, I tried to talk to her, guys, throughout listen, and she knows it's true. Throughout the entire duration of the relationship, I tried so hard to talk to her about this. I'm like, honey, like you realize I don't care about $10,000. If she was a real girlfriend, listen to me. If she was a real girl, like let's take can we take a completely different scenario? Let's say she actually came to the Jersey Shore. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So I'm in Florida. I gave it a 10,000 as a gift, right? Um, I said, honey, I really need your help. Please come to the Jersey Shore for a weekend. Let's say she agreed. Let's say she said, Rich, I'm there. I'm going to pay for the whole thing, hon. I'm going to pay for the airline tickets. If you'd like to stay in a hotel, I'm going to pay for the hotel. I'm going to take you out for dinner. If you need clothes, I'm going to pay for it. I'll take you to the casino. We'll have a great time. Okay. So let's say she agreed. Let's say she came to the Jersey Shore, helped me out with the house, helped me out with the kids. And let's just say, right, she made love to me. You know, like the Boys to Men song, like, I'll make love to you like you want me to. I'll give you apple pie. I'll make you feel high. I'll make love to you. Let's say she did that. You think I would care about $10,000? I wouldn't care about $10,000. I told you guys. And despite what all of you guys think, I'm getting a settlement very shortly. I would have helped her. Again, I would have went to Florida. I would have moved to Florida. I would have been a wonderful boyfriend to her in every way. Respectful, love. I would have helped her from my heart. It was not just about sex. I just wanted it to be a real relationship. That's all I wanted. Well, it's not really a date, half century man, if you're with your wife. I mean, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, right? If you were with her with your wife, it's not. I wouldn't call it a date. I would call it you're hanging out with a friend. That's what I would call it. The creator. Real relationships are hard to come by these days. Sadly, it's true. But guys, I just want you to understand. You think I want this? Do you know I've been trying to make peace with the Florida girl for 4 months? I'm gonna play a song right now from the movie Goodfellas. This is the ending of Layla, okay? Because I'm a good fella. Guys, I don't like fighting. See, she's got this impression, the Florida girl, that I love to fight. It's not true. It's not, I wanted to end this 4 months ago, but she doesn't want to compromise. Like, look, when we spoke 2 weeks ago, can I just tell you the truth? Because I never really got into that conversation, right? When we spoke 2 weeks ago on that Friday, she listened to me. I tried to tell her all the things that were upsetting me. But you know what she said at the end of the conversation? You're a psycho. You know, she's like, that's it. I said, can we maybe give this I didn't even mean necessarily a relationship again. I was like, hon, can we start talking again? Can we try to make this work? And she goes, no, 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 you're out of your mind. You're a psycho. So then I said to her, well, then pay me back. And I ended the conversation. Because look, if she's not going to give me another chance, when in all honesty and fairness, not only do I deserve another chance, she should be apologizing to me. She should be apologizing to me for all the shit she put me through. You know, she's only looking at it one sided, but obviously she's not going to do that. All right, take care, fake Peppy. Look, guys, I don't care what she told all of you. I'm giving you my side of the story. Okay, my side of the story has to count. The regulator, it's a completely different scenario, and I can't stand that you do this, guys. Listen to me. If I was dating a girl and I chose to give her money, like whether it be jewelry, I would not want it back. Perfect example is my first girlfriend, Jackie. Me and Jackie dated for 5 years. I gave Jackie $65,000 of jewelry. When she broke up with me, Jackie, and she did break up with me, I'm admitting the truth. She met a man 20 years older than her, and she got married. God bless her. It worked out for her. I did not ask for the $65,000 in jewelry back. But now you might say, but why? It was a real relationship. She was with me for almost 6 years, guys. We were romantic, sexual. She spent every day with me. I mean, listen, it didn't work out, but it was a real relationship. The Florida girl, completely different scenario. She comes to my live stream knowing my wife passed away, knowing my mother passed away, knowing Sarah took $13,000. And she says, like, I want to be a lifetime person. I want to be godmother to your kids. Your wife's spirit came to me to protect you and to protect the kids. So I gave her money thinking in my head that I got somebody now that's going to be this lifetime person in my life and going to be there for the kids. God forbid, even if anything happened to me. Why do you think I went all the way to Florida? Why do you think I spent 25,000? Of course, for my kids to have a wonderful vacation. But I wanted to do so good by her because I felt I was blessed. I'm like, I'm blessed to have her in my life. This is someone who's going to be there for me and the kids. And I told her at Florida, I was like, I think I'm falling in love with you. I want you to be my girlfriend. And it took a little, like, conniving because she really, I'll be honest, like she wasn't interested, if you want me to tell you the truth. But then she's like, you know what? Yes, I'll be your girlfriend. But then we had a couple of moments where it seemed very real. We kissed in the car, we had a little fun. But this is the thing, after Florida, every day she was like, I'm in love with you. She's like, I love you, Richie. She says, everything is for you, Richie. My whole body, like, guys, I'm not crazy. Every day after that, I love you. You're my everything. My whole body is for you. So then I just started to tell her, but honey, you're not coming to the Jersey Shore for a weekend. Honey, you never want to be sexual. You never want to be romantic. You're only calling me like one time a day. I felt like something was wrong. I felt like something is wrong. I did not grope her in the car. Stop it, guys. You guys got to stop like lying. She didn't prove to me, pretty princess. She didn't prove to me she was real. Now the regulator goes back to that. But the regulator, you don't understand, brother. I can't be. Look, Regulator, I apologize to you, okay? Because I know you're getting angry at me, and I'm actually being a gentleman to you. For the first time, I'm being a gentleman to the regulator. I can't let this go, brother. Brother, I can't. By me letting this go, that means that she made a complete fool out of me. She made a complete jerk out of me. I can't let her do that, regulator. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. So that's why I presented her. I know Sparkles. You got. I'll check out your comment. I guess I can't let her get away with it, guys. I'm sorry. Look, I have to do something. So, look, I'm not doing anything that bad. Am I? But listen, am I mentioning her full name? No. Am I mentioning her address? No. Am I mentioning her phone number? No. Guys, can't you understand? I'm not hurting her in any way. I'm not hurting her. Her life could go on. Listen to me. You want to know why she doesn't care, Peppy? Can I tell you the reason why she doesn't care that I'm making all these videos? Because I'm not affecting her, Peppy. Peppy, I'm not affecting her. I'm not hurting myself. I'm not hurting myself. I'm venting about it, which is very healthy. I'm getting views. Okay, not as many views as I would like, but I still crossed 19 million. I'm getting new subscribers. I'm doing my music. I'm mixing in my music. Guys, it's that you're making a big deal out of all of this. Look, you know what the Florida girl used to always say to me? She says, "No, no, no, jazz kid, no, oh, God, jazz music. I love jazz music." Ba-dee-da, ba-doo-doo-doo, ba-doo-doo, ba-doo-doo-be-doo, ba-ba. Confirmation, right? Confirmation. Anyway, jazz music. No, she kissed me. Sparkles, are you the real Sparkles? I just never know who's real. That's the thing. We got to work something out that I could confirm it's you. you know, I don't know who's real anymore. I'm making a fool out of myself, but isn't that what you all love anyway? You guys enjoy that because that makes your whole life when I make a fool out of myself, right? Everybody plays the fool. You're no exception to the rule. Anyway, do a little music here. Everybody wants me off of YouTube, right? I'll do "Moving Out" by Billy Joel. Uh-huh. Whoa, whoa. Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, "Sonny, move out to the country. Working too hard could give you a heart attack. You ought to know by now. Who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that all you get for your money? And it seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Uh-huh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sergeant O'Leary is walking the beat, and now he becomes a bartender. He works at Mr. Cacciatore's down on Sullivan Street, across from the medical center. He's trading in a Chevy for a Cadillac. You ought to know by now. If he can't drive with a broken back, at least he could polish the fenders. And it seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I love the ending. You're not moving out. I'm not leaving YouTube, guys. I'm saying, guys. You guys want me to stop everything, guys. Stop the music. Stop talking about the Florida girl. Get off of YouTube. I can't do all of that. Sorry. Why am I holding on to false hope? Play somewhere over the rainbow. I'm not holding on to false hope. It would be nice if she would have. It would have been nice if she would have wanted to work it out with me. I would have been happy. But if she doesn't want to work it out with me, the approach that I'm taking is to get a billion views. So I know you don't want to accept it, but that's just my goal. I'm outside a lot. Yeah, the ending of Layla, I'll do that. I was just about to do that anyway. Let's do it because Apefather is a good fellow. I'm gonna do this song from Rocky 3. It's very sad when Mickey passed away. It reminds me of the Florida girl, how she just doesn't want to work with me at all. She just doesn't want to accept my apology. She doesn't want to see my side. It's very sad what she's doing. That it got to such a horrible bad blood between us. It's sad, and it reminds me of this song in Rocky 3. Thank you very much, Kenneth. It said that song. That's from the movie Rocky 3 when Mickey passed away. I don't know that song. No, I don't think. I don't know. Is Laura? I don't. Is she blocked? I don't think so. I'll check. Um, you got to watch Rocky. Great movie. Well, I mean, I still watch it today like it's a new movie. Rocky, all the Rockies: Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa, Creeds. You know the two Creeds. I love it, man. Hold on here. Let me check. Yeah, I cried on that part when Mickey died. I'm admitting the truth to you. I cried. I don't know. I cry now when I think about it. It just reminds me of my wife. When you love someone so much and you don't want to see them, you don't want to see them go. At that point, was like, Mickey, we got more to do. We got more to do. Man, I cried. I was sad with that. Look, she's a good girl, the Florida girl, but Sparkles, look, I love you. Just let's have a fun. Don't let the haters bother you. Don't just ignore them. Look, the regulator, I can't let her make a fool out of me. Okay, she's making look. I don't want to disrespect her anymore. I don't want to disrespect her. Okay, look, let's leave it at this. She's a good girl. I'm a good man. Okay, we had a disagreement. This is it. You want to hear the bottom line? We had a disagreement. Now, I understand you're going to say she's a con artist. The regulator is 100% convinced that she is, in fact, a love con. She is a scam artist. Lupo, I understand what you're saying. She's the wrong girl for you at the wrong time of my life. All right, she's going to concerts lately, but she has absolutely no money to pay me back. Thank you for telling me that, Peppy. I appreciate it. She's not going to win. The truth is that there's really no winning here. There's no winning and there's no losing. It's sad what she's doing because you know if she was a real person, and I'm not even talking about a girlfriend. I'm talking about just a real person. Like I'm talking about someone that could have been like a friend. She would understand that. I mean, it seems like the way she's acting, right, is it seems like she completely forgot the fact. She seems like such a different person than how she was when we first met. Like when we first met, this was how she was. I'm praying for your family. I'm so sorry, that your wife passed away and your mom passed away, and I want to be this forever person. I want you all to know that whenever you're having a difficult day, like this is what we were like first kind of meeting. She goes, I want you to always call me. I'm always here for you, and I'm always here for the children. I mean, this is the same person who didn't call me on Mother's Day or the children. Again, that represented respect for my mother and my wife. This is the same person that didn't call me on my mother's birthday. She didn't even call me on my mother's birthday. It's like, look, I understand what you're saying, but she can't keep the money. BB, look, she has the right to not want to be with me anymore. She can't keep $10,000. Okay, that's it. Look, can we simplify this so that we don't have to keep going back and forth? She has every right to not want to be with me. Listen, she has every right to not want to be with me. She cannot keep $10,000. That's it. She got that money by making promises to me. She made promises to me, and she is not keeping the promises that she made. Well, then I'm going to make enough videos to not only recover that money, BB, but to get excess. Like I would have wound up getting 1 billion views from this. So that's it. That's so. Can I just tell you what? Look, can we simplify all of this so that all of you understand this? This is the end result. I understand regulator. Mimi, I love Mimi. She says con artists know exactly what to say by a real con. That is in her DNA. Listen, I don't care what you people think of me, okay? It doesn't matter what you people think of me. I thought you knew this already. I thought that all of you knew that I do not care about what you people feel or what you think about me. I don't care. Listen, I don't care what no one thinks about me. That's it. I don't it's not about self-respect. It's about I do in the end what I feel is right. I'm what's called like the Don. Let me try to make you understand this. The Don of the family has to make decisions. You understand? The Don has to make decisions. So I had to make a decision here. There has to be some form. There has to be some form of something I have to do about this. So I thought about it. Can I tell you what all my choices were? The first thing I could do is I could have took her to court. Believe it or not, I tried to do that with Sarah. Can I tell you what happened with Sarah? I actually filed a police report. May Sarah rest in peace, but let me tell you what I did. And the district attorney reviewed the case with Sarah. And you know what they said to me? They said there's no case here because I willingly gave the money. But of course the cop felt bad for me. The cop like said, "Man, it's so sad that your wife passed away, your mother passed away, and this girl was sending you sexy pictures and she was playing with your heart." I mean, he saw the videos, the cop. And he was like, "She promised she was coming to the Jersey Shore, brother. She never came. But unfortunately, you gave the money willingly, so there is no legal recourse here." Hippie chick. I did care more about the Florida girl. Hippie chick, 100%. I did care more about the see the Florida girl came across more like see Sarah didn't come. Look, can I be honest with you? May Sarah rest in peace. Sarah didn't come across like the Florida girl to me. Like she didn't come across like a stepmother type. Like Sarah was kind of like I hate to say it, like a sexy cat, like cat woman. Like Sarah, Sarah came across like here's the sexy pictures. I'm gonna come to the Jersey Shore. I'm going to rock your world. I don't want to talk about that, Peppy, right now. The Philippines. I let's stick with America for now. But there's a lot of women in America, right? My children actually feel very sorry for what the Florida girl did to me, the regulator. They're very first of all, they're hurt even what she did to them. So actually they have anger in their hearts, especially my little Sophia. If you want me to be honest with you, Sophia has anger in her heart for what the Florida girl did to her. The Florida girl didn't just cut me off, she cut off Sophia. Okay. And Sophia reached out to her, and Sophia wanted to speak to her, and the Florida girl did not get back to her. And I want you to know I told the Florida girl on our last conversation that we had, it was like 2 weeks ago. I said, my daughter wanted to say hello to you. I mean, she was reaching out to you on Snapchat and, you didn't respond. I mean, and then she's like, well, that's because I got rid of Snapchat. I didn't have memory on my phone. And she said, I reach out to her by text, but I'm like, yeah, but you didn't text her. I'm like, why don't you do that? Why don't you text her? She never did it. Sparkles, just have a good night tonight, Sparkles. Please, don't worry about any mods right now. I just I don't please Sparkles. I just want to relax because I don't know who's real. I don't know who's fake. I don't know anything. Let's just have a good night. Hippie chick, I don't think you understand something. You're a nice lady, but I don't think you understand something. Okay, you're just not getting. Like, I don't know if it's that you're intentionally not listening to me or if it's that you just don't want to listen to me. Like maybe you just don't want to hear what I'm saying. Okay? The Florida girl said that my wife's spirit came to her. Are you listening to me? That my wife's spirit came to her to protect me and protect the children. Did you hear that? Do you need me to repeat it? Do you need me to repeat it? I don't think it's like that's what I'm saying. All of you people are not understanding what she did to me, how she broke my heart, and how she broke the children's heart. It's like it's this is what all of you are doing. You're disregarding everything that she did. You're disregarding everything that she said, and you're either going back to the following things. You're going back to, well, you need more time to grieve, or you're going back to, Rich, let it go. It's over. Forget about it. That's it. You're not understanding something, guys. When a person loses their wife and their mother, can I explain to you what happens? And I want you to listen to me. When you lose your wife and your mother, you lose everything. You lose everything. I lost my whole support system. I lost my two guardian angels. I mean, their spirits are with us. But I lost people that I depended on in my life for everything. So when you get someone to say to you, I want to be a lifetime person, that my wife's spirit came to her to protect me and the kids, godmother to our kids. I don't think I'm going to win in court, pretty princess. Like I said, I don't think there's any legalities here. Unfortunately, I think that she'll win in court. And even if let's say by some miracle, right, guys, I actually won in court. She apparently doesn't have the money to pay me back, right? Like the only thing I'll probably be able to do would be put a lien on her house if I even won, and she'll never sell the house. So basically, even if I would win the case, I wouldn't get the money back. The regulator doesn't understand something, man. You're making this comment right now because you're in your right state of mind. This is what the regulator doesn't understand. You are of sound mind. When your wife and your mother passes away, all right, hippie chick, this is probably the reason why I kicked you off the last time, which is why I'm going to kick you off again. Okay, because you're extremely rude, you're extremely one-sided, and you're telling me I'm wrong. Well, I disagree with you. I think that you are disrespectful. I think you are one-sided, and I'm going to kick your ass off. So, you ever see the movie The Terminator, where he says "Hasta la vista, baby"? Bye. Everybody say bye to her. She's gone. Bye. Guys, this is what the bottom line is. I know that none of you want to accept this, okay? I know that none of you want to accept this, but both me and the Florida girl are wrong. Both me and the Florida girl are wrong. We're both wrong. Okay, I was wrong, and I'll tell you. You want to hear where I was wrong? I was wrong that I shouldn't have got so angry. I shouldn't have got, God bless your family, the regulator. I'm sorry for your losses. I shouldn't have got so angry. I admit it to you. You know what it is? My only defense, and I know that none of you want to hear this. My only defense is I think, a slight nervous breakdown. I think that I just went through too much, guys. I'm telling you what the truth is. I'm looking back on what I said to the Florida girl. It was absolutely disgusting. It was disgusting. It was. And I'm saying to myself, how could I say these horrible things? I think looking back, I think I had a breakdown. I'm admitting it to you. I think that it all caught up to me. I think what happened was I just couldn't handle what was happening. My wife passed away. My mother passed away. My dog passed away. You know, I lost. I mean, I don't want to talk about money because, look, obviously I care about my family. I don't care about money, but you need money to survive. I lost my family income. It was 8,000 a month that we had. That's gone. Then on top of that, I meet Sarah. She tricks me into taking 13,000, never comes to the Jersey Shore. Then I meet the Florida girl. She takes $10,000, never comes to the Jersey Shore. Doesn't invite us over her house for dinner. Doesn't want to be sexual. Doesn't want to be romantic. Now, again, I'm not saying to you that she's a bad girl. Listen, because Peppy's right. She is a very sweet girl. Maybe me and her, what I got. You want to hear something? If she would have never took money, if she would have never accepted money, the Florida girl, and we would have just been like friends, I actually think that me and her would have got along great. She is see, look, you want to know why Peppy is getting along with the Florida girl so much? Because they're friends. So obviously there's no sex involved, right? At least I hope not, because Peppy's married, right? With twins on the way, but there's no sex involved. There's no romance involved. The Florida girl is an excellent friend. She's an excellent friend. So when she probably texts Peppy, it's probably this very pleasant conversation. Like, oh, I'm going to a concert tonight. How's your wife? How's she feeling with the twins coming? And it's probably like a very pleasant, beautiful conversation. And I think that if me and the Florida girl had that, meaning like a friendship, meaning she never took any money, you follow me? And we were just friends like that, I think we would have got along great. I think we would have got along great. I think that things got yeah, congratulations, Peppy. I think that things got really bad and really ugly when she accepted the money. Again, but Peppy, are you listening to what I'm saying, Peppy? Are you listening to me, Peppy? Peppy, we established that she's nice. Okay? But nice how? Nice as a friend. Okay? When you're a girlfriend, it's a different, like, it's a whole different ball game to be a girlfriend, Peppy. And she even admitted it herself. The Florida girl admitted it herself. She's like, I don't really have experience being a girlfriend. She's like, I was only in two relationships my whole life, where she only saw these guys, I think, once a week. She only went out with them. Car King, listen, I don't want to fight with you, so I'm just gonna kick you off. Like, everyone say goodbye to Car King. Bye, Car King. Bye. I just don't want to fight with that guy because he's going to continuously say the same shit. He's got to go. I do focus on music. I do focus on music. I do so much music on these live streams. If you look at my channel, there's so much music I do. Guys, I record all of my songs that I write. I do all of these jazz songs. I do all of these blues songs. Have a great night, Crystal. It drives me crazy that people say I should focus on music, and I probably have like 20,000 videos about music. Just go on my channel, type in Apefather, the Brooklyn song, type in Apefather, I'm a New Yorker. I am going to eventually do some shows again. That's coming soon. It is. I am going to do some shows again. But I do a lot with my music online, guys. I do a lot. So the end result here is I'm probably going to end the live here soon. Unfortunately, there has to be a fair resolution here. And the Florida girl is making it very difficult. She is making it very difficult, man. Like, the way she's handling it, it's only going to be bad blood forever. And it's never going to end. That's it. It's just, unfortunately, this situation will never come to an end. And I guess that's what she wants, man. What could I do? I wanted peace. I didn't want this. I'm not a psycho. Guys, I just wanted a loving relationship from the girl. Listen, again, I want to repeat to you. Can we assume something for a second? If she would have came to the Jersey Shore, if she would have came to the Jersey Shore and we made love and she helped me out with the kids in the house, do you really think I would be fighting with her? Do you really think that I would care about the 10,000? Do you think that I would be in any way, shape, or form disrespectful? Of course not. I would cherish her. Okay. I would take care of her like a princess. Okay. But the problem is exactly, Bibi. The problem is that the girl accepted, what's up, Jen? At $10,000, never came to the Jersey Shore, didn't invite us to her house for dinner. When I got home from the Jersey Shore, it just got to the point she hardly called me. Like, it would be like one call a day at a gas station. She didn't want to be romantic. She didn't want to be sexual. She stopped talking to the kids for like months. It just got bad. So what it's like nobody wants to understand this except for maybe Jen. Mimi understands it. I think Pretty Princess understands it. You know,
she put me in a position where I got scared that I was being love conned again. That's it. So what happened, and I'm going to repeat this again. I tried to talk it out with her. I tried so hard to be reasonable. She would ignore me. That was it. Like she got defensive and she would ignore me. And it got to a point where I couldn't handle it no more. It's like there was no resolution. See, that's the only thing about her. She's a good girl. She's very nice, but she doesn't know how to handle things well. Like she doesn't know how to communicate well. She doesn't know how to compromise well. She's not good at that stuff. She's not Peppy. I'm sorry, Peppy. Peppy, she might be a wonderful person until you have a problem with her. And then when you have a problem with her, you're going to see a completely different side of her. There's a completely different side of her. She doesn't know how to communicate well. She doesn't know how to compromise. She's very, very, very narcissistic. She's very one sided. It's like she just doesn't want to see any other side. She's making it seem like, do you want to know how she's acting? I'll try to explain this to you. She's acting like a person who did not take any money from me, right? She's acting like a person who was this amazing, wonderful girlfriend, did everything right. And I just was this complete psycho who just did everything wrong. Verbally abused her, you know, tortured her. Like that's how she's acting. She's acting like I did nothing good for her. She's acting like I wasn't the most sweetest man to her, the most loving man to her, the most patient man, the most generous man. And I had every right to be concerned, especially what happened with Sarah. No, I don't think she's even going to talk to me again, Judge. Never mind, ask me for money. I don't forget about asking me for money, Grasshopper. She's not even going to talk to me again. You guys are all nuts. Look to Rudy Giuliani for wisdom. Are you talking about the song from the '80s, Sarah? I don't know the music, but I know the melody. If my daughter was in the same situation, I already covered this, New Orleans, Joe. Um, if my daughter was in the same situation, I would pay the guy back. If there was a guy whose mother and wife passed away in 2 weeks, let's say my daughter was of legal age, and she played around with this guy's head and ultimately wasn't serious about him and never came to the Jersey Shore, wasn't romantic. Honestly, I would feel bad for the guy and I would pay him back. That's what I would do. So if he was verbally abusive to my daughter, I would say, look, you should have. This is the truth, New Orleans Joe. I would say you should have never took money from this guy. He was in a very desperate. No, I'm just answering your question. I would say he was in a desperate situation. His wife and mother passed away in 2 weeks. The guy was a victim of a love con with another girl. And I would say to my daughter, I would say, you obviously weren't ready for a relationship and you led this guy on. And I think I would now here's the thing though. If she didn't want to be with the guy anymore, if she would say to me, Dad, this guy's scaring me. He was very verbally abusive to me. I would say, well, we're gonna end the relationship. I would tell my daughter like this. I would say, we're gonna end the relationship. So I would speak to the guy like this. I would say, listen, I'm gonna give you back the money. I'm gonna give you back because I feel my daughter should not have accepted this money. But understand that when I give you back this money, that the relationship is over. That's it. She's moving on. She does not want to be with you anymore, but I will pay you back the money. So that's to answer your question, Joe. Well, that's my answer. I mean, once again, you don't accept my answer. That's my answer. Okay, but I don't know the music to it, but yeah, I know the song Sarah. I never find another girl like you. Right? Sarah, Sarah, storms are putting in your eyes. Sarah, Sarah, no time is a good time for goodbyes. Beautiful melody, right? Sarah, Sarah, storms are putting in your eyes. I used to sing that song to actually Sarah from New Orleans. Sarah, Sarah. Nice song. It is very difficult being a single parent. Let's get rid of this guy. I don't want to do when these haters go too far. It's time to get rid of them. Why do you got to talk bad about my daughter for? Why do you say you think Sophia might be a future love card? Why you got to be disrespectful for? Let's get rid of this idiot. I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm tired of you insulting me, CTZ. I'm done. I never experienced anything like this because when I was with Jennifer, my wife, we worked everything out. Me and Jen. Me and Jen worked everything out. That's why I don't know where I am right now in this new world with these women. You know, I don't know. Maybe obviously if I meet a different woman, she'll be more, understanding and more compassionate. I am speaking to a nice lady right now who's very understanding, which I might even give her a call after this live. I mean, just the thing with the Florida girl is just there's no reaching her, man. There's no compromising with this girl. It's her way or it's the highway. And she doesn't have this the bottom line, she has no right to keep $10,000. That's it. That's the bottom line here. The bottom line here, listen, it's funny. I was actually talking to a girl today who met a guy in a church. This is one of the girls I'm speaking to, and it turned out to be the worst relationship. You can't think that that's the answer all the time. Um, my wife is oh my God, Sparkles. My wife is always in my heart and in my soul, always. She actually is up at night. Yeah, she's up. She's up. She works, late hours, and then she gets home. She likes to talk at night. But anyway, I am going to be ending this live soon in a few more minutes. But New Orleans Joe, it's not true. Look, you're another psycho who just likes to fight. You say these comments. I was married to Jennifer for 20 years. I knew her for 27 years. My wife was the greatest woman in the world. I mean, like, what's the matter with you? Are you nuts or something? Like, I mean, you people act like I was only in a marriage for like 2 decades. I knew Jennifer for 3 decades. What are you talking about? Go home and get your shine box, man. Let's get rid. Everybody say goodbye to New Orleans Joe. This guy is a complete freaking psychopathic, Norman Bates lunatic. My wife was a saint. But when you say a perfect 10, looks are not everything. It's about her heart. And I wouldn't mind, you know, I don't need a girl to make 250,000 a year. It's not about money for me. I wouldn't even want to accept $1 from the woman I love. So the amount of money she makes a year is irrelevant to me. Yeah, Rudy Giuliani was a great mayor. I'm saying that looks are not the most important thing. Don't get me wrong. You have to be attracted to the girl, but I also look for her heart. I look for her soul. I look for if she's a really really caring person. I think it's a ridiculous question that you're asking. The whole question is stupid. It's a stupid question. It's a stupid question because none of the things that you said are what's important. You know what I mean? It's a dumb question. It doesn't make any sense, brother. It's a stupid question. I'm not answering. I'm not answering a stupid question. It's a dumb question. It's a dumb question. It doesn't. In other words, I don't know what you're asking me. Can I attract a woman who's a professional who's successful? Yes. Can I attract a woman who's a very good looking girl? Yes. But what I'm trying to make you understand is that that's not what's important. That's not what's important. What's important is the woman's heart, the woman's soul. That's what I fell in love with. That's what I fell in love with the Florida girl because she seemed like she had this super heart and super soul, and she's not acting like that anymore. I'll tell you that, man. She's not acting that way anymore. Guys, you just like to fight. That's what it you look, though you're difficult. You guys look for every possible thing to fight about. Every possible thing. But I'm ending the live anyway. Have a great night, everybody. I'll be back soon. V for victory. God bless. I'll be back soon. Have a good night, Sparkles. Have a good night, Mimi and Pretty Princess. Have a good night, everybody. Good night. I'll be back soon.